At a few minutes to 4 a.m., the plane carrying the casket of Keith Muhakanizi arrived at Entebbe International Airport. Muhakanizi succumbed to cancer in Italy. Friends and relatives waited to receive their loved one. And gathered at Kololo Independence Grounds, President Museveni, government officials, family and friends convened to pay their last respects to a man who had also served as Secretary to the Treasury in the Ministry of Finance before he was transferred to the Prime Minister's office about 2 years ago.
Keith and I had a special relationship. We understood each other. When he had just got married, I was annoyed because I used to tell him, I'm married to a job. You didn't marry me. But later I understood that I had to take up what he likes, to be married properly to him.
I'm going to say it again here. As much as you console us as children, as family, for the loss of my father, Your Excellency, I also want to console you for the loss of a friend, a comrade. And I know the loss is deep and hurtful for you too. So I'm sorry for your loss, Your Excellency.
Keith was always in a hurry to achieve, hurry to finish business. In speech, in actions, seeking results, keeping time. That was vintage Keith, and he understood too well the value of time well used for effect.
President Museveni described Muhakanizi as a pillar of economic transformation of Uganda right from the time the NRM government took power in 1986.
Muhakanizi, tumsime Mtebire, Kasani, the wife was mentioning some other people whom I don't know myself. So they strongly advised, and after listening carefully to them, I was persuaded by their advice that let the shilling find its level, let it float. But when I listened to them, I thought what they were saying was useful. What they had proposed and we had accepted and they had implemented helped us.
Museveni said he was dependent on Muhakanizi's expertise whenever he consulted him.
Muhakanizi was definitely a hard worker because in my struggles, I needed figures. And whenever I needed figures, Muhakanizi would be having all the figures. Now, I didn't know that Muhakanizi was a zealot. You know what we call a zealot? A zealot, somebody who's committed something very, very deeply.
The Prime Minister, Robin Anabanja, described Muhakanizi as open and a faithful civil servant who the country will dearly miss.
Case would call a spade, not a big spoon. The office of the Prime Minister has greatly benefited from his attributes. We promise to sustain his legacy.
Even when he transferred Keith, he remained with us. He would hardly spend a week without coming to my office to give me some guidance. Minister, this should be this should be this.
Muhakanizi will be laid to rest at his rural home in Liantonde district tomorrow.